Hello and welcome to the PC Security channel. Today we'll be doing something slightly different. We'll actually be looking at a backup solution. I mean, you all know that ransomware has kind of been the focus of this channel for quite a while, and a lot of you ask me about backup solutions, what I personally recommend. Usually, I'm not a big fan of automated scheduled backup programs. And the main reason for that is, well, if the ransomware does encrypt your data, then your backups may also get encrypted, which does not help if it's connected to your system. However, I was recently approached by CloudBerry, who have created a backup utility that works with all sorts of cloud services, and it's also got a unique feature called Ransomware Protection, which we will take a look at. So first of all, just to clarify what this product does, it is kind of like an intermediary program that you can use to schedule, set up your backups with any kind of cloud storage that you already have. So you do have to get some cloud storage separately. So if you already have Azure or Google Cloud Storage or Amazon S3, that works great for you. And the nice thing is it's versatile, so it works with everything. Now let's take a look at the program itself. Once we launch it, it does give us a prompt telling us that it has a new feature called Ransomware Protection. Now keep in mind, this is Ransomware Protection for your backups, not for your system. So what happens is, if ransomware ends up encrypting the data on your system, when you run the next backup, CloudBerry will actually tell you that, hey, look at your files, they've been encrypted. And it basically gives you a warning so that you don't end up deleting your previous backups and you can just restore and get all your data back. Now, I will demonstrate this feature with the help of Spora, which I have on the system. But before that, let me just show you how the program works. So first of all, I've already created a backup plan. If you haven't, then you can create one yourself. It's a very simple process. First, you can add an account, so you can select any kind of storage that you like, and then you have to provide your keys to it. And once you've done that, you just hit OK after you've selected your bucket, and it just configures with the cloud provider. As you can see, they do have a lot of options to choose from, so you're not in any way limited when it comes to what you can use for storage. There are many different attributes to any plan that you create, so you can set it to run at a specific time every day. You can also compress it, encrypt it, do pretty much whatever you want. Make sure you turn on the ransomware protection feature though, because for some reason it is not enabled by default. Similarly, you can create plans for restore, and you can have as many of these as you want. Now if we go into backup storage, we can see what we currently have. Right now we don't have anything because I haven't run the backup. So let's go ahead and do the demonstration. First, I'm going to run my backup plan, which is basically going to back up all the data on the system onto my Amazon S3 server or drive. And after that, we are going to run Spora, which is, as you must be knowing, a ransomware, and see what happens when we try to rerun the backup after our files are encrypted, and see if the new files get replaced or if we get a ransomware prompt, as we should. So let's go ahead and run our initial backup. It is now done, so we can go into our backup storage and see what we have. As you can see, now we have a new folder here, and all our data is backed up. Now let's go ahead and run our ransomware sample and see what happens. Within a few seconds, all our files are now encrypted and not usable anymore. Same should go for our documents, but I guess this variant didn't like our important data for some reason. Or maybe it just didn't encrypt them because they were really small. But our pictures are indeed affected, as you can see. And we do have the ransom note on our desktop. Now let's go ahead and try to back up our data once again and see what happens when we do that. As you can see, it has turned red, and that is because some files might be encrypted by ransomware, so the warning does indeed function, and it has also identified correctly the files that were actually affected by the ransomware. Now, as a user, what we can do is get rid of all of this crap, so we can just select all, and then delete these files. And then the next time we run our restore, what will happen is these files will be fetched from the cloud and replaced. Now let's go back into our pictures folder, and voila, as you can see, our files are as they were before we ran the ransomware. Now, as you must have noticed, we also got a new version of our ransomware along with that, and that's because I modified this file. So every time your file gets modified, a new version gets created. They seem to have very good version control in the sense that they retain multiple copies of the same items. So even if the ransomware protection fails and the modified or encrypted files get backed up, they will not override the original copies, so you can still get your data back. Now, I would like to tell you that the ransomware protection feature at the moment does not work with all types of ransomware. I did test it against other threats, and it did not always give me that warning depending on how the files were modified. I was told that they're currently working on improving that feature, but the important thing is, regardless, your data stays safe thanks to the version control mechanism. So I really like that it retains multiple copies. Even in the worst case scenario, you still have your data. So if you're interested, check out CloudBerry Lab. I will have a link in the description so you can go ahead and look at their product. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more like this, if you want to see more videos on backup and data recovery, ransomware mitigation, all that stuff. This is Leo from the PC Security channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay secure.